And still on the coronavirus pandemic, Russian health authorities are preparing to start a mass vaccination campaign against coronavirus in October. Russian media quoted Mikhail Murashko as saying that doctors and teachers would be the first to receive the vaccine. Now, on Friday, the leading infectious disease expert in the U.S., Dr. Anthony Fauci, said he hoped that Russia and China were actually testing the vaccine before administering them to anyone. Dr. Fauci has said that the U.S. should have a safe and effective vaccine by the end of this year. Dr. Fauci told U.S. lawmakers that he did not believe that there would be vaccines and so far ahead of the country that would have to depend on other countries to get vaccines. Scores of possible coronavirus vaccines are being developed around the world, and more than 20 are currently in clinical trials. Mr. Murashko, quoted by Interfax news agency, said that the Gamaleya Institute, a research facility in Moscow, had finished clinical trials on a vaccine and that paperwork was being prepared to register it. And global affairs analyst Collins Uwinke joins us now to share his views on Russia's plan of mass vaccination campaign in October and for Africa to reach 1 million cases. Good to have you join us, Collins Uwinke. Now, let's get your reaction to this Russia setting mass coronavirus vaccination for October without trying, or at least without testing its product.
Well, Russia has told the world that their product is safe for consumption, and that presupposes that they have carried out their tests, but that has made the rest of the world a little bit nervous because they accuse Russia of, manufacturing a rogue vaccine that has not quite been tested and therefore unsafe. The truth must be lying somewhere in between, because we know that there has been a rat race for the country that will be known as the first to have manufactured the vaccine, United States taking the lead. So indeed, if Russia's claim that they have manufactured a safe vaccine and that they will start administering it massively in October, if that claim is correct, it means that they have beaten the United States of America to the game. Well,
right,
that is
sorry to interject, Mr. Collins Uwinke, because like you said, beating America to the game, it almost now looks like coronavirus vaccine development. There is some sort of politics involved in it, and some countries are using it as some kind of propaganda tool.
Absolutely, absolutely. See, what we are seeing is a despicable global vaccine politics playing out. And what that tells us as well as onlookers is the fact that the failure of a globally coordinated response to COVID-19 when it first broke in China, that the world hasn't learned a lesson from that. Because if the world learned a lesson from that, the discussion that should be ongoing now is how do we close global ranks and ensure that the production of the vaccine is globally coordinated, such that we ensure that no matter where in the world that you are, that the vaccine is available to you, that you have access to them, rather than the ongoing, competitive war between United States on the one hand and Russia in regards to who produced first and who is going to start marketing it first.
All right, so whose job is it to coordinate that? Because we see, like you rightly said, there is tension between U.S. and Russia on the vaccine front. But again, on trade and intellectual property front, there is some sort of tension between U.S. and China. So whose job is it to coordinate this development at this time?
Yeah, there is no shortage of these global wars, be it trade, be it now on global vaccine politics. Well, there are a number of initiatives geared towards globally coordinating access to vaccine. We know of the COVAX facility, which is which comprises of the Gavi, that is Vaccine Alliance, the World Health Organization, several governments, and indeed Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Now, this group has come together under one umbrella to, look at the logistical aspects. Now, you also know of the Global Fund that, the EU actually set up, and in the first sitting, they actually raised over 9 billion. So these are all pockets of initiatives to ensure that the vaccine is globally, that the administration of the vaccine, of course, is globally coordinated so that everyone in the world gets it. But ultimately, I think it will be down to the World Health Organization and perhaps the United Nations as the bodies that can play a very cardinal role in ensuring that no matter where you are in the world, that you have access to it, because until everyone has access, no one is safe.
All right, just before we let you go quickly, in a few seconds, Africa and 1 million cases of coronavirus in the continent. What do you make of this? How have we fared so far?
What I make of the fact that Africa is only just nearing 1 million actually speaks to the pattern that we are now seeing during the second wave in the United States. Now, you will note that the epicenters were in the big cities in the United States. Right now, they are moving on to where the suburbs, that's the villages, okay? Now, in Africa, it was very slow in coming in and in spreading. And now we are seeing heightened spread of coronavirus. And that speaks again to the point that rather than playing this, global vaccine politics, it is important to consider ways and means of ensuring that no matter where you are in the world, that there is access, because the story of Africa in terms of the thing coming there now should be a lesson to the rest of the world.
All right, Global Affairs analyst Collins Uweke, thanks for talking to us.